Hey, good morning, everybody. I know it's been a long time, but you've got gas, the morning edition, and I'm coming to you live, although if you're watching this later, it's recorded for your benefit. I'm Hot Rod Bob, and this is GAAS, the Great American Auto Scene morning edition. Now, I've been trying to play some of the reruns from past shows so you can keep up with what's going on, what's happening, and that I'm still around and doing fine, hanging in there. I'm getting ready for another birthday soon. Yeah, I know. The goal is collect as many as you can. But what are car people doing during this latest round of lockdowns and craziness? Well, like me, I've got two projects I'm working on. And we're going to get into one of them really in earnest this weekend. The other one, well, it's kind of sitting by the wayside, but I got to get on that one too. So what are you doing? Now, we've gone to a couple of car owner cruises. That's car owners cruising. And we've gone to some, well, cruise nights where people are kind of parking. We've gone on a bunch of cruises with our car clubs. And that is the importance of a car club. Social interaction. And Richard Turner's watching right now, member of our Corvette car club. We go on cruises with them each and every month. Now, we missed this one because we were working on one of our projects this past weekend. And we're going to be doing that for quite some time because we're getting ready for another club event. And this one is trailers. Hi, Craig Heidenthal. How are you doing this morning? Hope Service Tech Equipment is doing well. The sponsor of GAAS, the Great American Auto Scene. Hi, Dar Hawthorne. How are you doing this morning? He's been working on the dashboard of his 56 Chevy sedan delivery. Yasina, how are you doing in your cars? Richard Candahead from Texas. With his cars, he's cruising all over the place. You can see his posts on Facebook. What are you doing? I'm going to be working on a vintage trailer. That is the project. We're going to be part of a trailer rally coming up in Buellton, California in September. So the goal is we've got to get this old trailer we've got painted, shiny, looking good, all the leaks fixed, and everything ship shape ready to tow up to Buellton. Now, for us, it's not a bad drive, about an hour. A little north of Santa Barbara. I will be there. Kevin Hensley's watching right now. His trailer's already ready, and he's getting ready for Buellton. We saw them there last year. So we're going to be working on it. Now, what kind of trailer do we have? They're commonly referred to these days as canned ham. Now, why do they call them canned ham? Well, they've got aluminum bodies. They're shaped kind of like a can of ham you buy at the grocery store. They're inexpensive. Well, they were inexpensive. We got ours for a pretty good price when we bought it 3 years ago, and the goal was to get it up and going back then. Now, we've been working on it a little bit at a time. I've got a lot of the paint stripped off it right now, and the goal is to have it ready for paint within the next couple of weeks. Then we'll work on the inside. Now, we have a leak in the roof. We're going to get that fixed, replace a wood panel inside the vehicle, and get it ready. We need a new mattress for the bed area. Got to refinish some of the wood on the inside because all the cabinetry is beautiful wood. The front wall of our trailer has all the decals from where this trailer has traveled over its lifetime. In the process of stripping the paint, we did find the original owners' names, and we found them on Facebook, or Googled them, I forget which. But we found their information. Our trailer was originally built in El Monte, California. It's called a pleasure craft. Yes, I know, you can come up with a lot of different things about that one, and we have already. But we're starting to put it together. A friend of ours, Dale Snoke, found this trailer in someone's backyard. One of his partners was a lineman for the electric company, saw it sitting there, made a deal. They got it out of their backyard. We've got it. We've been working on it. We're going to be towing it with our 1956 Chevy wagon, and we're getting ready to go. But that's not the only thing we're doing. We're going to other events as well. There are car cruises all over the place. As I said, the Corvette Club does one each and every month. The Chevrolet Club we belong to is starting to do theirs. They're going to partner theirs with other cruises on Saturday and Sunday morning. This way, it is not an official run for a car club that may have some liability issues for insurance, but they're saying, hey, we're going to be out at this cruise. Club members, hey, if you want to show up and say hi, come on out. And that's what they're doing. Our Ford Club is doing the same thing. The Early Ford V8 Club is going to be doing the same thing. And it's basically the same cruises on the weekends. So the wife will drive her 46 Ford. I'll take out the 56 Chevy. We'll both be there, and we'll both be mingling with our friends. Social contact, a very important part of the car hobby, and we love that aspect of it. We've made friends all over the world because of our car hobby, and it keeps us busy. Boy, does it keep us busy. And I just joined another car club. Yes, that's me, Car Clubs Aficionado. I don't know how many we're part of, maybe 6 or 7, as you can see. The Santa Barbara Woody Club. Now, we don't have a wooden station wagon yet, but it's something we're looking into, and we may have one shortly. Well, within the next year, we're going to have one, and we're going to be cruising with the Santa Barbara Woody Club. Rick White and his group of guys and gals, we're going to be cruising with them with our old termite delights very soon, I hope. Hi, Don Gady. How are you doing? If it has wheels, you've owned one. Yeah, you know what, Don? I've owned 3 wooden station wagons over my lifetime. I've had a bunch of Jags. I've had sports cars. I've had vans. Yeah, and you know what? That is the enjoyment for me. I don't have to have the best piece of equipment. I don't have to have a show-ready car. I have to have something I can drive and enjoy. Now, I've had a number of vehicles that were kind of show-ready. I had a 1951 Ford, early V8 Ford. I was part of the Nifty 50 Ford Club back then, and it was the centerfold for Ray Miller's book on Fords of the 50s. It got notoriety back then. I've also had a Ford van, a custom van I built back in the 70s. Met a lot of people, still have some friends from those days, and it was in 4 different Peterson publication magazines. I did a 289 engine swap into a 6-cylinder Ford van. They got the outside. Bill Carter did the flames and the pinstriping. It was a cool machine. Wasn't very expensive. I had fun, though. Kevin Hensley, you got to just drive them. That's right. And there's how we do it. I've had sports cars. I've raced sports cars. I've raced Volkswagen Beetles. I showed my Beetle. Won the R.G. Canning show up in Lancaster one year. Took sweepstakes. That was the top award in the import class. I loved it. I had fun with it. Working on another Volkswagen powered vehicle now. And we'll get into that in just a little bit. Did a show on that a while ago. I've had muscle cars. I've had a Plymouth 444 speed coupe. I had a 63 Dodge 413 dual carbs, 4-speed. Baby. Had a Fiat Topolino. And that's how I met Jimmy Miles, the Magic Muffler Man. He was driving up the street. We lived in the same neighborhood. He saw my Fiat in the driveway. Stopped over. We became friends. Years later, we're in the same car club. Don Gady, Jimmy Miles, Bob Maravis, all the history makers from the days. The Sauer Sisters, Tommy Ivo, Don Perdome, the Road Kings Car Club of Burbank. A great social organization. I have met the people I read about when I was a kid. Yeah, I know, Don, you're not that much older than me, but you were in the magazines before I was out in the action. And that was the part I loved. I read about you guys. I knew about you guys. And then I got to meet you guys. That was so exciting. Later on, I got to work with NHRA at doing a number of races. And it worked into working the hot rod reunions for the National Hot Rod Association, both Bowling Green and Bakersfield. And again, I got to meet a number of different people that made the history back in the days. The social aspect of the car hobby is amazing, and it's something that keeps me going and keeps me striving for more. Now, I told you about the second project. What I bought and have started to work on is a Brazilian-built car called the Puma. Now, I know Ford makes a car they call the Puma. They stole the name. This has been out for a long time. It's a fiberglass sports car based on a Volkswagen Pan with a Volkswagen engine. It's very stylish. It looks cool. They were in production for many years, and it's fun. Now, Cassie Nunez says we can't have car shows, or can we have car shows again? Well, hopefully you can in California. I'm going in 2 weeks to Havasu, Arizona, Lake Havasu, for a car show, 32 Ford. It's going to go out there. Now, along with this, here's the other thing about the socializing and the cars. I've been writing for the last 6 months for a magazine called Rotting USA. Paul Martinez puts out this great magazine. It's one of the best street rotting magazines out there right now, and I'm a featured editor for it. I write a column each and every issue. So I'm going down for the 32 Ford show down in Lake Havasu. Hi, Larry. How are you doing? You're going to be in Arizona. You live in Arizona. Maybe you'll get out to Havasu for this event, and I'll see you there. Gino Furiani. How are you doing up there in Oregon? You got out of California? You're still racing cars and having fun. That's the important part. Christian, Jay Hanks, how are you doing this morning? So cars, whether it is the car itself or like with me, the canned ham trailer, it's all about the socialization. Do you build a car strictly for yourself? Somewhat. But you have a car that will attract people's attention. It's great to get that notoriety and that notice. And the cars I have definitely do. My Plymouth Coupe was built over 35 years ago. Bought a stocker, towed it home, got it running, personalized it, and it has been fun ever since. Mark McGeorge, who's watching us right now, used to be the car handler for me when I was the marketing manager for the General Motors and Isuzu truck divisions. And we'd go out, we had this beautiful tow truck we'd take out, and it was something we enjoyed showing, and I enjoyed my job at trade shows all over the country. Got to meet a lot of people, too, including some people that were somewhat famous. And one of the funny things that happened while we were traveling is we got interviewed in Reno by, Marvin, one of the TV shows on Discovery, Marvels of Machines or something like that nature, and they were talking about tow trucks. Well, they had me for General Motors talking about our tow trucks, and then the guy in the next booth over, same last name. I was Bob. I still am Bob. His name was Bruce Beck, and he was my counterpart at Ford. So we had the Bruce Beck talking about Ford tow trucks, and we had Bob Beck talking about General Motors and Isuzu tow trucks. So it was kind of I can't think of the name of the TV show. Modern Marvels, that's what it was, on tow trucks. If you ever get to see it, you'll see the interview. And one of the first live TV show interviews I did that was recorded for later production. Did I say that right? Now, the other thing I do is slot cars. And I race slot cars. Well, I have been racing slot cars since I'm about 13, 14 years old. I had my first slot car set at 11 or 12 and just always loved that kind of racing. Went to production or commercial tracks, raced there, made a lot of friends, still have friends. Matter of fact, I saw one of those friends just the other day, and we talked slot cars. Again, are we youngsters? Obviously not. But we're still into it. We can race anything we want. Like, for example, I've always loved Cobras. Can I afford a real Cobra? Heck no. But I can have a Cobra Daytona Coupe. Yes, I can. And I can race this baby. And what did it cost me? About $30. And I have fun. It's another club I belong to. And when things are in the right conditions, we would race twice a month on different tracks. Our club had about 11 privately owned tracks throughout Southern California, and we would travel to them. We have a number of different classes. Some classes had the Cobra cars, some had other model cars, and we enjoyed that. We enjoyed the camaraderie as well, and that was important. Cassie Nunez is telling me I'm young at heart. You bet. I'm 16 going on 70. And just ask my wife. And there's photographs to prove it, too. Ooh, boy. Anyway, be careful what you do, guys. It's going to show up on the internet. It's there. But cars, the hobby, regardless of what aspect of the hobby you're into, whether it's trucks, hot rods, muscle cars, drag cars, slot cars, sports cars, or trailers, it's always fun. As a matter of fact, Tom Ramsey, my old brother-in-law, is watching us right now. And he says there's a racetrack just up the street from where he lives. But here's the situation. Now, he worked for a company that did the commercials for Toyota and other companies. And we hadn't seen each other for a number of years. I went to Irwindale Speedway for a Christmas light event. And I ran into Tom. Hadn't seen him in years. This is the draw of automotive. We're at a racetrack to see something, and we get to see each other again. And that was cool. Now, Tom would ride his bicycle to the slot car track that was up the street from where he lived all the time and race it. And, not the bicycle, the slot cars. And I would do the same. I would walk to the slot car track. It was Ravel Raceway. in North Hollywood, California. And I would go there every chance I got. My allowance was there. I would say it was 25 cents for a half an hour, and I could spend an hour easily there, 2 hours at times, for a couple of bucks, and we had some fun. Cassie Nunez says, all cars are valid except Prius. No one likes a Prius. Well, you know what? They're going to be the next generation of race cars soon, guaranteed. There'll be people learning how to modify electric cars very soon. We've already got guys doing that with Teslas. They come out to Irwindale Drag Strip, and we've got Teslas that are running quicker than Dodge, Demons, and Hellcats. Yeah, that's right. 6-second electric golf carts. Well, they're not golf carts. They're electric cars. And that is the way things are going. Whether you like it or not, we're going to see more and more electric cars. Our Governor Newsom has mandated that California not sell petroleum-powered vehicles after 2035. So what's going to happen? Are we going to give up on our gasoline cars? No, we're not. They'll be around for decades to come. But our newer cars are going to be electric. And what are we going to do? We're going to modify them. We're going to race them. We're going to customize them. We're going to show them. It's a car. It doesn't matter what the motivated force is. The motivation to customize and modify cars is what we do. And it doesn't matter what it's powered by. John Morris says, just big slot cars. Yeah, without the slot. Funny things, they come back around. And if you look back in history, the first cars, although some of them were gas-powered, or most of them were gasoline-powered, the automotive industry thought electricity and electric cars were going to be more popular. And the first mass-produced cars in general were electric-powered. Now, lead-acid batteries didn't hold the charge very well. Motors of the time weren't as efficient as they are today. Your range was maybe 20, 25 miles, and your top speed was somewhere in the same neighborhood of 15 to 20 miles an hour. We're back, and the electrical cars are getting even better. Have you seen the photos and the videos of the new Ford E-Mustang? Well, first off, Mustang E or E-Mustang is a travesty of a use of a name because it's an SUV. It's electric-powered, but damn, that thing is fast. Check it out. So don't knock it till you've tried it. Now, there are some downsides to the electric cars. Obviously, there's downsides to gasoline-powered and diesel-powered cars. But we will get over that. We will get through that. Don't knock it till you've tried it. And hopefully, with more electric-powered vehicles coming out, we'll get some interesting vehicles that we can actually afford and have fun driving. I'm Hot Rod Bob, rambling on for a Thursday. Hope you enjoyed GAAS, the Great American Auto Scene. Remember, GAAS is part of Two Tired Guys Productions. We have 2 YouTube channels. You can check them out. GAAS, the Great American Auto Scene, Bob Beck on YouTube. Talking about cars with Randy Kerdoon and me as well on YouTube. All part of Two Tired Guys Productions. Brought to you by Service Tech Equipment, Craig Heidenthal. Enjoy your life with cars. I do. And I hope you do too. Neil Panks is saying, hey, Bob, sorry you're late. Don't worry about it. He's one of the Santa Pod drivers from Great Britain. And again, this is what the automotive hobby and industry has done. It has brought us closer together. Neil, I'm missing Santa Pod. Got to get over there. Pete Muriello, another friend who's watching, met him during his Sifka funny car days back in the 70s and 80s and 90s. And we're still friends today. Marlon Mitchell, another friend, met through Ford's, the Ford Club. And he's still the alignment wizard. You need to get the alignment on your vehicle done. You're in Southern California, you contact Marlon Mitchell. He'll get that suspension and chassis sorted out for you. And Pete Muriello says, looks like he's late. Your reaction times need some work, Pete, let me tell you. But you're here. And you can watch this over again. Plus, in about an hour, I'll have this posted on YouTube, and you can watch it there as well. Or if you're driving in a car and you don't want to watch something, I can understand that. Another drag race buddy, Jeff Kreider. How are you doing from Bakersfield? He has a K88 dragster that is just beautiful. Love it. But we'll be on radio.com, Sketcher, Blogger, Apple iTunes, and a host of other stations. So check it out. GAAS goes worldwide each and every day. I'm Hot Rod Bob. You've got gas, the morning edition, brought to you by Service Tech Equipment in Simi Valley. I've got their equipment in my garage. You should too. You have a great day.